Hello everybody, we are back here on the Great One Grind. I hope you have all been having a fantastic day. I do have a couple more streams that will be happening today. Well, one more stream that'll be like a double feature stream. So the plan is, we will do our little Call of the Wild stream here first, and then later today, like a couple hours after this stream ends, we will do a Pokemon card opening stream. And that will possibly lead into an ARC stream, depending on if Kill Clinton wants to do that today. He's going to download ARC, and we will see if he's able to jump into that today. If so, it could be quite a bit of fun, so I'm kind of excited to do that. But I'm 100% excited to open up these Pokemon cards. You guys have been asking me like crazy when the next one would be, so it's just about here. We are almost ready for it. It's going to be something quite different this time. I'm opening up some stuff that I've never opened before, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. Alright, let's get the Argus on that bad boy right there. I knew it, bro, bruh. I knew it. How's everybody doing, though? Hey, Hector. Hey Glock, how's it going? Robra, Brandon, Hunter Class, Braden, Call of the Wild, Caden, Hector, Tyler, Zyphon, Cody, Ryden, how's everybody doing? And I saw Mel back there earlier as well. How are you doing? Hopefully the day has been going great for everybody. Hey Colt, how's it going? Will Call of the Wild be nice? I hope so. Oh, I'm not doing a booster box. I am going to be opening some mini tins. It's going to be some different mini tins. I believe they have Darkness Ablaze and Vivid Voltage packs in them. But I've got 4 of them here. They each have 2 packs along with like a coin and a special promo card. It should be quite a bit of fun to open. I'm excited to open those up. So we got a few over there. Looks like that's the only ones we have for now. So, where did we hunt last stream? It looks like we were hunting here. So it's been a little bit since we hit this lake then. But this seems to be the only herd here. Ryden Barnes, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Hope your day's been going great. Hopefully you've been having an awesome day. And Tyler Sanders says that he bought the membership right before the stream, so thank you so much for becoming a member, dude. Really appreciate that. Hopefully you are enjoying all the benefits that come with it. And we didn't have great shooting there, but you know what? They're gonna go down probably, so I think we should be good. Yeah, maybe, bro, bro. Possibly. You know what reprint I'm really excited for? Since you mentioned the reprints, I'm really excited to see the Shining Fates reprint. Was it Shining Fates or Hidden Fates? What do you mean, Hector? It's 3:53 p.m. for me. I'm guessing you probably live in a quite different time zone, because for me, it's my normal stream time. It's 3:53 p.m. for me. Okay, I don't see anything over there. Thanks, Dylan. Oh, Scotland, that explains it then. Yeah, over here in Oregon, it is only 3:54 p.m. right now. So, quite different time zones, indeed. You think it's Hidden Fates? Well, whichever one it is, I'm definitely going to buy some of those when they reprint them. Because that's going to be probably my only chance to get that set for a decent price. Because those sets are expensive, both Shining Fates and Hidden Fates. Redneck J coming in with the 14-month membership. Holy. That's crazy, dude. 14 months with the channel. Absolutely unbelievable. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate the support. That is just amazing. Absolutely incredible. 554, 955, 654, 555, 54, or 554, 654, 555, 655. Nice, guys. So it looks like a lot of you are like Central, East Coast, South, those types of areas. Looks like we got a few of you from the West Coast as well. Yeah, bruh. What if I told you they make some mini tins, right, that have evolutions in them? It may not be the full booster box, but I think you can get one of the tins for around like 25 bucks. And it comes with one evolutions pack and then one pack from a different set. I can't remember which one. Well, hello. Oh! Hey! Max level. Level 3. Where'd you come from, buddy? Well, that was the most random thing ever. We're just over here claiming some whitetail from the Great One grind, and a level 3 turkey just flies over us? What? To the person in chat that just asked how you hunt turkeys, I guess that's how. I guess that's how we hunt turkeys. Oh my gosh, that was too perfect. I don't think I've ever had anything happen more perfectly than that. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. And I've only got a couple Diamond Rio Grande turkeys, so hopefully this will be a feather type we don't have. That was insane. The timing on that was just beautiful. Yeah, that was so random. That was very random. But I can't complain. That's cool. It seems like this Great One grind has just been leading us to so many other things. Like, we found that albino bighorn on one of the previous streams, and now we got this turkey right here, which is bent around in all kinds of weird ways. 460 light brown male. Beautiful. This is my favorite plumage type for the Rio Grande turkey. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. You know, if I was to get a diamond, this is definitely the fur type that I would want on it, or plumage type, I guess. So that is really cool. Really, really nice. I think we already have a better one, so this won't go to the main lodge, but we'll put it in one of the secondary lodges for sure. Turkeys have always gone up to 4.60 Xiphon. This is minimum score for diamond. Max score is 4.80, just like it was on release day for turkeys. It's always been like that. That's a cool trophy, though. Most random thing ever. Thank you, Lane. I really appreciate that. Well, you know what I mean, Xiphon. You know what I mean. Let's not overcomplicate things here. Thought max score would be like 5.0. You know, you'd expect it to be, but for some reason it's 4.80 on the max score. Which is definitely a strange max score to have. There's a few species that just have max scores that don't seem to make sense. Hey Augie, how's it going? Going from Pokemon to, oh my gosh, that's a diamond? I know, right? We're just here talking about Pokemon. And then we have a diamond. You know, that happens all the time. We talk about Pokemon, and good things happen. I feel like that's not a coincidence. Is that going in a vid? Of course. It'll eventually go into one. As for, like, when it would go into a video, to be honest, I have no clue. I've got a lot of clips backed up that I just haven't found, like, a fitting video to put them in, so that one's probably going to, not be put into a video for a little while. Whenever it does go into video, it'll probably be a few weeks from now. I've got so many clips I need to go through and like put them into a highlights video or something like that. I think we'll probably have to do that soon. I've got a pretty cool video coming out tomorrow, guys. So I think you guys will enjoy it. It's not Call of the Wild, but I will be playing a game tomorrow that has elephants. And no, it's not Ultimate Hunting. It's not Ultimate Hunting or Call of the Wild or anything like that. But I'm playing a game tomorrow that has elephants in it, so if you guys have been wanting to see some games that have elephants to hunt, tomorrow's video is going to be for you. I'm sure some of you probably already know which game I'm going to play. But we're going to get back to doing some other hunting games here and there, just to kind of switch up the content and keep it fresh, you know. Boop. Just booping does over here. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Nice, bro. Nice. Hopefully they have some of the good tins. That 2010 hunting game? How'd you know, Johnny? First guess is correct, it seems. You know, of course that guy would be right behind the tree. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Classic doesn't have Africa. I wish it did. You know, maybe one of these days they will. Because, I mean, they've added axis deer and fallow deer. Who's to say they wouldn't do something like, an Africa map at some point? I could see it happening. Especially since they are continuing to update the game. Would be very nice to see something like that in Classic. Now, I don't think Classic would ever add elephants, but I do think it's possible we could eventually get an Africa map. Especially since the game still has a pretty large player base that loves the game and plays it regularly. No, Brody, they don't count towards the grind, really. Does will always spawn as does, and bucks will always respawn as bucks. I just kind of shoot the does as well to keep the herds healthy. It's kind of hard to explain, so there's kind of a bug in Call of the Wild, or to be honest, nobody knows if it's a bug or if it's intended, but basically sometimes if you shoot some bucks out of a herd, they sometimes don't return to the same herd you shot them, and instead they go to like a different herd, or they make a brand new herd on the map. And so to kind of keep it to where I don't have to worry about that, I just shoot everything, because if I'm shooting everything, they're already moving around the lake a little bit, and so it makes it so the bucks don't really like disappear from the lakes I'm hunting. They instead just move around to like different parts. Just got a Peabald? Interesting. Just got a piebald hind. Nice, Trenster. Probably more impressive than my English there. Still waiting on my first diamond? You'll get it eventually, man. It takes time. I didn't get my first diamond until I was level 51. So it's one of those things that kind of just comes with experience in the game, and the more you learn from like watching content creators and playing the game yourself, the more chances you'll have at finding diamonds, because you'll learn more about like where to look and what to look for. Nice, safe tree, that's awesome, dude. Congratulations on that. Never have enough time to grind us all? That's understandable, man. If you don't have time to grind, I'd probably recommend doing multiplayer for trophies then. Because then you don't necessarily have to grind, you just gotta join servers and look in all the hotspots. And eventually you'll find something. Nobody cares, Colt. Don't advertise other streamers in the chat. You're basically coming into somebody's stream and saying like, this person is live, watch them instead of Scarecrow. So we would appreciate it if you wouldn't do that. It's very disrespectful. There's that one right there, and then we got that over there. I feel like there was another deer right around this area. I feel like I saw a second one. Maybe that's in a different area, though. Got an amazing start of the day. First diamond grizzly, second albino plains bison. Nice underclass, that's awesome. Sounds like you're having some pretty great luck. Absolutely amazing, dude. Just started playing, have 2 diamonds. Nice, Dylan, that's awesome. Got my first diamond whitetail today. Awesome, Steven. Diamond whitetail are pretty fun to take down. Hi, Crow. Thank you for all the amazing YouTube stuff. I've watched a lot of your content. You've helped me a ton. That is awesome to hear, bud. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much for watching the channel, and I appreciate you stopping by the stream. This is Scarecrow's spotlight. It is. Look at me. I'm glowing in the spotlight. It's a joke, by the way. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. But yeah, for real, it's not necessarily a good idea to come into somebody else's stream and tell people that someone else is live. That would be like me going into Kill Clinton's chat and being like, "Hey guys, I'm live." It's just disrespectful, you know? That would be like Flinter coming into my chat and being like, "Hey guys, I'm live." Or like me going into Flinter's chat and being like, "Hey guys, Kill Clinton's live." Like, it's just not cool. I have 9 diamonds, that's all I got. A troll red deer. Hey, 9 diamonds is nothing to sneeze at, man. Got my first gold today. I know it's not much, but it's an accomplishment. Nice, dude, that's awesome. I remember back when I first started playing the game, I got pretty excited for golds as well. And like I've said before, diamonds aren't like the only thing that you have to go for in Call of the Wild. Like, sure, lots of people love to go for diamonds. Diamonds are kind of like the, I guess, the draw of grinding. Because they are like the biggest of the biggest, but you don't have to hunt diamonds in order to enjoy the game, you know? You don't have to make the game about nothing but grinding for diamonds. I do it because it's something that keeps me entertained when I'm making content, and since I play the game so much every day, I gotta have different ways to keep myself entertained, but you really don't have to chase diamonds in order to enjoy the game, so don't feel bad if you don't have a lot of diamonds. It's something that kind of just comes with time, and the more you play the game, the more you learn about the game, the more that type of stuff will come along naturally. A lot of it just comes down to, like, time played and what you learn during that time that you've played. That type of stuff will come with time. How did that one not hit? Unfortunate. Really unfortunate. I think we just have this one over here now. We could try to hit that. Ooh, oh my gosh. Well, we didn't get the last one, sadly. This map is Rancho del Arroyo. I don't think there's any over here. There might be some this way, though. I'm gonna move this way. This is an angle we don't really approach much, so I'm hoping it'll reveal like a few that we might have been missing. Nice, Dylan, that's really rare. How much money does it cost to properly set up a Great One grind? I mean, it depends if you want to go with like just the minimum of what you would need, or if you want to go for like a maxed out setup like I have. If you want to go for a maxed out setup like I have, it's gonna be close to $1 million. Because it's 360k for the tents. I believe, at least. Actually, no, it wouldn't be quite that much. Let's see. I think it's an estimate of like... Yeah, kind of like what Elias said. It's probably around 500 to 700k, depending on how many tripods you want to go for. Because I have a lot of tripod stands on my map. Like an absolute ton of them. Each tent is around 16k. It's the same for all the tripods, and I mean, you can see right here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14 just at this lake here, which comes out to around 200k, I think. Very close to 200k. Because 20 of them would come out to 320k, so... yeah, it's probably about 200, 220k just for that lake. So for my setup, it's probably... I'd say 600k. Maybe 700k. But you could probably get away with just doing 16 tents and 16 tripods, which would come out to around 320k. Actually, let me make sure I'm actually correct on that. I think that might be wrong calculations. I'm going to actually use a calculator here. 16 plus 16 times 16,000. 500k. I was completely wrong. So it's around 512,000 for 16 of each. So yeah, 512k is what you want to aim for. One of the things that I would recommend doing though is start out with just the bare minimum. Like if you have like 3 or 4 tents, use those. If you have 3 or 4 tripod stands to go with them, use those. And then as you're on the grind, you can slowly purchase more tents and stands to be able to complete your setup until you've got like the limit of what you want. And I would recommend dedicating them to mainly these 3 lakes because they are the easiest to grind. They're very open, there's not a lot of trees, you can quickly hunt all the zones. I've kind of got it set up in a way where I can hunt all the zones quickly, and that's kind of what you want to go for if you're looking for an efficient grind. But yeah, it is a roughly 500k for a full-on setup for like the bare minimum. Now let's see what we can do over here for our last of the main 3 lakes. How much is the tripod DLC? I think it's like $3. I think it's 3 or 4. It's not super expensive. And a lot of those older DLCs like that go on sale quite often. So you could probably even wait until a sale and get it for even cheaper. Especially if you're on PC. PC gets sales very, very often for Call of the Wild related things. I don't know why it happens more on PC than console, but for some reason PC just has a lot of sales for Call of the Wild stuff. So you can regularly get those DLCs for like 50% off, even up to like 70% off on some occasions. Yeah, PC, it gets very expensive if you go all out with things. Ooh, that looked like a big deer. Wish he would lift his head up. It wasn't big. Not nearly as big as I thought. You see, my thoughts were like, that's a great one right there. But no, it wasn't even close to a great one. Feels bad. Feels bad. Oh yeah, Steam has crazy sales. And Epic Games actually does a lot of sales for Call of the Wild as well. I don't know why, but for some reason the consoles just don't have sales much. The only time I ever see console sales is during like holidays. And sometimes during releases for new content on Call of the Wild. Hopefully in the future more will happen. Nice, BC. That's not bad, Cohen. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent for everything. That's basically the price of like a AAA title. So that's actually not too bad of a deal at all. There's the next shot one. Nice, Cameron. That's awesome, dude. That is a rare. That is indeed a rare. And they're very, very hard to find as well. I don't see too many albino or melanistic gators. So that's a very hard thing to find. Snatch up that little dude right there. Kind of a weird looking buck, but kind of cool as well. Oh, hi. Hey, how's it going, ma'am? Just one more for good measure. Hey, Elks Nation, I'm doing good. Because it's obnoxious and annoying, Blake, that's why. Using caps is basically commanding attention, like, read my message over everybody else's. Which is why we don't allow it, and it also just clutters up the chat and is unnecessary. It's basically like for comparison, it's like everybody's talking like a normal voice, and then a normal voice? What am I saying? Everybody is like talking in normal voice in chat, right? Everybody's just chatting, having a good time, and then somebody comes through with all caps, which is basically like yelling to try and get theirs read over everybody else's. It's why we don't allow caps, because it's annoying. Nobody likes to come into a channel and just see a bunch of capital letters everywhere. It's not the most welcoming thing. That might be the best typo I've ever seen for Flinter. Flirted. Interesting. That is the most interesting Flinter typo I've ever seen. Maybe one of these days, though. You never know. I'm surprised that that's the first time I've seen that typo. Hey, Caitlin, how's it going? How you doing? How dare you, capital letters? How dare you? Look at that. There's some deer. They're about to be dead deer. Ooh, more deer. Hey Aiden, how's it going? Nice, Joshua. How many whitetail zones do I have? I have no clue because I constantly delete them with my grinding method. Oh, nice, Caitlin, that's awesome. I'm going to be doing some Ark later, so let me know if you want to hop in for that. I'm going to try and get Kill Clinton to join us if his game finishes downloading. Just like this, Colton. Exactly what we're doing right now. Lots of grinding. Considering I've got almost 12,000 kills, you could imagine how much money that builds up over time. Whitetail are a fantastic way if you're grinding them, and, well, really anything that you grind will get you lots of money. Whitetail honestly don't give a lot of cash, like, per deer, but when you shoot as many as I have, the money just grows like crazy. And, red deer grinding is even better. And I've shot quite a few red deer as well. Probably like between 5,000 and 7,000 over the years. So you can imagine how the money kind of builds up over time. Especially since red deer give like 1,200 to 1,500 a piece. Hey, Callie, how's it going? Yeah, Leah's super happy. She's being silly in the background. Welcome back, Braden. Hey, Ty, how's it going, man? Hope your day has been going great. So what do you guys think? How close are we to the next great one?
Right now, huh?
We'll see. Hey, Thunderstriker, how's it going, dude? Yeah, black bear do give you quite a bit as well. If you grind those a lot, then that is another species that gives a lot of money. And you can find tons of them on Silver Ridge Peaks. That map is just absolutely flooded with black bear. No, black-brown kudu are not rare. They are just a common, unfortunately. Yeah, mountain lions are great as well. I've actually got a full guide talking about how to make money off of mountain lions. They are really, really good. I think they've moved around since I made the guide, so it might not be super accurate anymore, but I think it should be mostly accurate. I think that's most of the deer. There should be one more dead, though. Actually, maybe not. I think we're good. Let's go check these last two lakes. Yeah, listen to what Brober said. That's the way to do it. You can smell. Oh my gosh, Davis. That's hilarious. The Great One is going to run. I'm glad to see this zone has not disappeared. Like, we've been consistently deleting the zone, shooting every single whitetail here, and they just keep coming back, which is nice to see. Anytime I'm at one of these lakes where there's just like a singular zone, it always makes me wonder if they'll act the same as the other lakes do, and this one seems to be pretty consistent, which is great. It's awesome to see. Nice, we are nailing the shots today. So much better than last stream. We were missing so many shots last stream. Ooh, oh my gosh, that had to have been neck. I think that was a neck bone shot. Ah, man, we missed those, sadly. Unfortunate, but we got a lot of them. She's not in here anymore, Callie. Gotcha, Cameron. Alright, Caitlin, whenever I get done with this and get ready to stream Ark, I'll let you know, and we can go. We can maybe start the stream off by doing that, chasing down that alpha wyvern. That mission on Fernando is going to be tough unless I get lucky. Yeah, there is a... That mission is pretty rough. Bree just brought Aaliyah in here, and she's holding like a little lid, and I just felt the little lid just hit my headset like 3 times, and I was like, what's that? Yes, they did, Glowlax. We're going to be opening up the cards tonight. It's 4 mini tins. They each have 2 packs, so that'll give us a total of 8 packs. Should be pretty fun to open. Yes, bud, that Ark. Ark Survival Evolved. How rare is it to find a great one? Pretty rare. I'd say it's probably... it's hard to kind of compare rarity because just like anything else, it's random, so... One person's results may be different from the other. But on average, it seems to be like 2,000 to 4,000 kills to get one. Some people get it in less, some people it takes more. It's hard to gauge rarity on something like a great one. When's the Ark stream? It'll be later today. I don't have an exact time because I gotta coordinate things with Kill Clinton and figure out if his game's gonna be done downloading by the time we start up. So we will have to see how he's doing and when things are gonna be ready for him. Keep grinding till we get a super rare great one. No thank you. That is too much grinding. That is way too much grinding. You've yet to see any wyverns? Well, if you haven't seen wyverns, Ty, if you're not already on the Crystal Isles server that I recently put up, well, actually, I guess I haven't announced it to anybody yet. No wonder. I keep forgetting to do that. I need to announce the server and post the stuff to access it because I do have it up now. If I remember, I'll do that right before I start the stream. I'll open up the server to everybody so you guys can join in and play. I keep forgetting to do that, which obviously is not helping with having more people join. Oh, unfortunate, Ty. I think eventually I will do a vanilla server and do it through the Epic Games client, or make it so that Epic Games and Microsoft can also join, because then it'll have crossplay with Xbox, so I might try to do one of those later. Oh, it is, Mel? What type of boss is it? Yeah, that'd be crazy, Aiden. Yeah, definitely, Johnny, because they do have crossplay for that. If you... it's weird the way Arcs works, right? Like, because most servers on the Steam version of Arc use, like, different kinds of mods for the game, and it's a different kind of mods than mods in Call of the Wild, for those that aren't familiar with it. It's like Steam Workshop mods, which are one of the main draws to Arc. Most of the community has modded servers that have like different mods that add different dinos or change the gameplay or stuff like that, but it's not compatible with Xbox or the Epic Games version because they don't have access to the Steam Workshop. And so it makes it so most servers aren't compatible with Xbox players. But if I do a vanilla server and make it so it's open to everybody, then I think everybody would be able to join except for PlayStation players, because there is no crossplay for Arc's PlayStation, or for the PlayStation version of Arc. Is it possible to get an albino great one? Yes, it is possible. One person has killed one. Do we know Ultimate Hunting's release date? No, we don't. I guess we'll see, Joshua. I guess we'll see. All we know for Ultimate Hunting is late 2022. That is the only thing that has been said so far. That seems to be the only buck here. Oh, I just saw another somewhere. I saw it pop up. Huh. Guess he's not gonna pop out. Nice, Liam. I'm glad to hear that, man. Glad you got it working again. The guy that killed the albino great one, his name was, I believe, LD or LV or something like that. Unfortunately, when they did the hotfix to fix some of the fur types, it broke his albino great one, so it's now just a common. Oh, it's LC, got you. LC. I believe it's on YouTube somewhere, so you should be able to find it, but unfortunately an update broke it and it turned back to a common. Kind of like how one of mine turned to a piebald after an update. Unfortunately, because he was lucky enough to get a rare during the time that they were subject to having changes, unfortunately his bugged out into a common. Which is very, very unfortunate. I bet afterwards he probably wished that he had got a common. How much time in between the Whitetail and Red Deer Great Ones? When was the last release? Trying to estimate the release date. So... it's been... I think it was like a year and a half between releases for the Great Ones. But I don't think it'll be that long between the Red Deer and whatever's next, because I'm pretty sure they're going to focus on releasing them a little bit closer together now. My guess is like 4 to 5 months in between releases. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on what other content they're making. Yeah, it was the drop time rack as well, which is pretty sweet. It was a super lucky one to get. And it was confirmed legit by the developers, so... You just want non-typicals? Me too, Johnny. Hopefully that's in the works as well. Probably Pog Pog. I would guess it's gonna be something like that. Definitely Rancho, Bennett, just because it's easier to hunt whitetail on Rancho than it is Layton. You can get them on both maps, but it's much easier to find lots of whitetail on Rancho. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm teaching Kill Clinton how to find all the mods for the ARC server because I guess he's not familiar with Steam Workshop. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta link him to Steam. Link him to the Steam Workshop so that he'll be able to join the ARC server. Is this the right one? Yeah, there we go. I think we're good. All right. Steam Workshop? Yes, Steam Workshop. What's the time for me? 4:31 p.m. Oh, hey, we missed a deer. What do you know? We missed one. Ooh, hello there. That's one we missed. Yes, I do hunt in real life. Not super often anymore, though, because I don't have a lot of time to do stuff like that, but I did it growing up a lot. Hey, Blitz, how's it going, dude? What do I hunt? I've gone out for black-tailed deer and then also Roosevelt elk, but sadly had no luck with either. That would be a bobcat. Quiet over there, we're hunting deer, not bobcats. And she's out of here. What's the chances you get a great one in Layton? I mean, it's the same chances of any other map that has Whitetail. If you're good at hunting Layton, you can have just as many chances at finding one as you can on Rancho. It's just, on Rancho, it's easier to find the deer, so you can kill more of them quicker. But you can still have good luck on other maps for a whitetail. It's totally possible to do well on Layton or Mississippi for the great one. It's just a little easier on Rancho, because the deer are easy to find. Oh, we forgot to claim some over here. Yeah, nothing to see here. I live in Oregon. Thank you, Thunderstriker. I appreciate that, dude. Ooh, look at that. We got a lot over here this time. Come on. Got quite a few down. What is Steam Workshop? It's a part of Steam where people can, well, depending on the game, right? Like, some games have mod support on Steam, which means people can make mods for the game that change the gameplay or add things to it. There's quite a few different games that have the Steam Workshop connected so that people can create those mods and add them to the game. It's a big thing for ARC. It's also a big thing for games like DayZ and Counter-Strike. They've got a lot of stuff on the Steam Workshop. It's basically just a place that people can share those mods and download them from so that you can play on different servers in those games. Quite different from modding in Call of the Wild, I want to point out. It's not the same type of thing. Modding in Call of the Wild is basically cheating because they don't allow it, but those games are perfectly fine with it, so that type of thing's a little bit different for those that are not familiar with it. That might have been good. I think we finally connected to some kind of vitals, hopefully. Nice, Hunter class. That's awesome, dude. Probably not Hawksweb. Probably not. I don't think they have any plans of doing it, especially since Ark is kind of on its last stretch of updates. Yeah, Ark does have anti-cheat as well, that is correct. I guess, like, think of it as when you create an unofficial server, it's like a custom server, you know? A custom server that has different things in the official game. They have the official servers for Ark, and then they have the unofficial servers, which are basically community ran. You run them with whatever mods you want, whatever rules you want, and whatever rates that you want. Different, you can change the stats for dinos. Like, Ark has a lot of customizability. It's pretty cool. I've got a couple servers myself with a lot of differences between the two. Definitely one of the largest games when it comes to just the vast amount of different mods that people have created for the game that have made the game a million times better than it would be just as a vanilla game. Ark is just like a prime example of the Steam Workshop done correctly and utilized correctly by the community. Ark is quite an insane game. It's like a sandbox for however you want it, pretty much, yeah. Nice, Mel. I'll have to take a look at them. Don't worry, bro. If you make it back in time, then it won't start before. But I can't promise anything. It's whenever Kill Clinton decides he wants to jump on. Or if he even is going to jump on. I still have to figure out if he wants to stream tonight. Let me see if he's replied. Nope, he hasn't. Dodo Army. Holy. He said he was going to at the end of his stream. Okay, sweet. Just wanted to make sure he actually was going to, because I had to leave before he replied to my message. So I didn't get to hear any of his answers to it. And also, guys, I just want to say a quick heads up. This stream might be a little bit shorter because of the fact that I am going to be streaming with Kill Clinton later. And I also have the card opening to do, so most likely this Call of the Wild stream will be slightly shorter than normal. Little level 1. That is adorable. And a 2. And another 2. At least it's all bucks, though. That's the positive, at least. As long as it's bucks, I'm good with it. Oh, that's right. We already shot the ones over there last run, and we forgot to claim them. Oh, it doesn't matter how many zones you have, Bennett. You can find it with any zones that you want, really. I don't use all my zones. And I haven't even discovered all my zones. You don't need to discover all your zones to have a great one. The only reason you want to discover all your zones is so you can fully decide like which ones you want to use, and also to make sure there's no diamonds or Great One initial spawns in those zones. That's the only reason you really need to check for like all your zones. But you can do perfectly. You can do perfectly fine just grinding a few of your zones. I only grind 3 of my lakes. I just hunt these 3 lakes right here, and then occasionally I'll hunt this little lake here and this lake here. But I don't hunt this one, even though it has lots of whitetail. I don't hunt this lake, or this lake, or this lake, or this coast, even though they all have lots of whitetail zones. I haven't even discovered the whitetail zones down here, but they drink down here for most people. Same with this lake. Most people have whitetail down at this lake as well now, and I don't hunt either of them. You don't have to discover everything in order to find great ones. I don't know why that's kind of become, I guess, like something that has been spread around the community. You don't have to have all your zones to get a great one. It'll just help you out with figuring out which ones you want to grind and making sure you don't already have like an initial spawn on your map. Watch there be a great one of those zones? Probably, Johnny. Knowing my luck. I doubt it though, because we already got the initial spawn great one off of this map. So there's no way there would be 2 initial spawns. So I think we should be fine. Because they can't spawn there if I've never gone there. I can't actually have any more spawn there, because I haven't shot anything around that area, so we should be fine. I don't think there would be a great one down there. Yeah, Vasquez, I remember you. How many great ones do I have? Currently 4 whitetail and 1 red deer. Alright, nothing there. No, I did not want to place a waypoint. Let's just fast travel. Could be a diamond or rare, true. Got you. Well, that is unfortunate, Mel. It's unfortunate to see more incorrect information going around about great ones. Unfortunate. You don't have to have all your zones. It makes it easier to decide what you're going to use for your grind, but you don't have to have them to get great ones to spawn. That's just not true. Can we get this guy too? I mean, my last 2 great ones I didn't have all my zones. So that's proof enough. Let's ignore the max weight one with no gold potential. I saw that. I saw that thing. I was like, oh gosh, what are you? Occasionally you find some like that, but it's really uncommon. And no, Plasma, that's not correct at all. Like I said, I don't have all my zones, and I had an initial spawn great one. If you can get initial spawn great ones, then that's enough proof right there that you don't need all your zones to have a great one. The same with my last great one that I got to spawn live on stream, my big rack one. I didn't have all my zones for that either. You don't need all of them. The only reason that you should look for all your zones is to make sure you don't have any initial spawn diamonds, rares, or great ones. Because if you never check them, you might miss out on one of those deer if you happen to have an initial spawn diamond. That's really the only reason that you would need to do that. It's not going to stop a great one from spawning. Yeah, exactly, Dan. That's the thing is, like, the zones that you hunt are the only ones that'll get respawns. Or I guess I should say the lakes that you hunt. Because obviously, sometimes you'll have your herds create new herds, I guess, where they'll stop spawning in the herds you shot them in, and new herds will come, but it's not like the same as never touching a zone because... Where was I going with this? I completely forgot. What was even the question? Let me go back and read. I completely forgot my lost my train of thought there. What was I even saying there? No, I don't know how to play the drums, Hector. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. I personally only hunt 3 lakes like I mentioned, and I've had lots and lots of diamonds recently. We've been getting diamonds like crazy. And I have not found half of my zones. So that shows that you don't need everything to get good stuff to spawn. As far as we know, a great one is just like an elevated version of a diamond. Think of it as like a diamond is about to spawn, and maybe there's like a 1 in 50 chance that the game decides, okay, that's going to be a great one instead of a diamond. So if you're getting diamonds and rares, then you can get great ones. Now, if you're going like 1,000 kills without finding a diamond, maybe I would go looking around on your map to see if maybe there's a diamond that you're just not seeing. Because there is a lot of theories that there is some type of herd balancing system. Like Flinter and a lot of other content creators have been thinking that for years, that it's a possibility. And I really do think it is. I really do think that there is some type of balancing system. So the only time that I'd say it's a problem is if you're not getting any diamonds. Like none at all after hundreds, even thousands of kills. Not really, Preston. You did not miss much today. There's that last one. But honestly, this is one of the things that I feel needs a little more, I guess, careful explaining in the community. Because a lot of times, I'm not going to name any names, obviously, but there's a lot of times where a content creator might jump to make a video immediately without fully doing, like, in-depth, detailed research on it. Like, for example, with that Africa 2 fiasco where, for some reason, a lot of people thought Africa 2 was confirmed, but it's just because the people that said it was confirmed didn't do their research. A lot of these situations could be avoided if the people making the videos did a little more research before making them. And I mean, at the end of the day, like, a lot of the Great One stuff is all just based off of personal experiences. So it can be a little bit harder to get that super detailed research. But I can say just from my last 2 Great Ones, I didn't have all my zones. So you definitely don't need them all in order to get them to spawn. That's a decent buck there. Wait, oh my gosh, that level 1. It's so tiny. Oh my gosh. Are these respawns from this run? They have to be, because we already hunted here this run. And they're already back. Ah, it got away. Feels bad. Almost got them all. Swap over to this one. It was actually the same with my Great One Red Deer. I didn't check all my zones before starting the grind. I literally just went straight to setting up at the places I wanted to hunt. And that was it. I just started my grind. Didn't even look the rest of my map. I feel like part of it is just wanting to, a lot of people want to just get the content out to get the clicks on it, you know? Because I guess I could see it as, you see something that you're thinking like, oh, people are gonna love this. And so you just post it without really doing too much research on it. Like, I totally understand why some people do it, but I do think it would be better for the community if more thought was put into a lot of things before making content on it. I always try to only really talk about things that I've had a lot of experience in when it comes to Call of the Wild, which is why I don't really do a lot of guides anymore. I only do guides for stuff that I'm super knowledgeable on, like how I do my Great One grinds, that type of thing. Basically, Johnny, they see an idea and they're like, oh, people will love that. And then they do just barely enough research to make it passable. And like I said before, this isn't aimed at anybody in particular. This is just the community as a whole. Everybody needs to, you know, do research before telling everybody that something is one way or another. I've made the mistake of doing this myself in the past even, and I'm sure you guys have seen a couple times where I've made the mistake of speaking too soon and I didn't necessarily do my research as much as I could have. I think the biggest one probably, I'm sure a lot of you will remember this, and this still haunts me to this day. There was a time leading up to our third Great One Whitetail deer where I said, oh, we're getting a lot of wonky deer. Does that mean we're close to a Great One? And then we ended up finding a Great One, so now I have so many people ask me if they're close to a Great One because they saw wonky deer. And that was my bad. I didn't necessarily mean it like that in the moment. And I think at the time I even said that it isn't like a guaranteed thing, but I've heard people say that they found lots of wonky deer before getting their Great One, but that it wasn't a surefire thing. But obviously, like, not everybody listens to the part where you say it's not guaranteed. So a lot of people thought, oh, if I'm finding wonky deer, I must be close to a Great One. So that was probably a good example of my biggest mess up when it comes to something that isn't necessarily totally truthful. Which, at the time, like, I believed it. I thought that was a sure sign of a Great One, but that's just because I didn't do enough research into it, and it's a good example of it. And honestly, I'm not afraid to admit to, like, when I make mistakes on things like this. I just hope to see, like, in the future, myself and all the other creators in the community pay close attention to, like, the fine details of things before making a claim about something or saying that something has to be done this way or that it can only be found if you do it this way or things like that. It would be... I think it would be benefiting the community as a whole if everybody, including myself, just focused on only doing or only making claims that we can 100% back or that everybody agrees on. Or like a slot machine, consistent silvers, then folds back to silvers, then a diamond is what I've noticed. Something like that. I have noticed that there's definitely some patterns in Call of the Wild that happen from time to time. Red deer has been the most noticeable one for me. A lot of my red deer grinding has gone the same way. I'll go 300 to 500 kills without finding anything, and then within the next 300 to 500 kills, I'll get, you know, 4 or 5, maybe even 6 diamonds or rares. And then it repeats the process of like 500 kills with nothing. But then there's also people that don't have the same experience, so it's really difficult in Call of the Wild to like 100% confirm the way something works, because it does seem to vary from person to person a lot. Like, Flinter went over 1,000 kills without a single diamond, and then during the times where he was still getting diamonds, it was different from my experience completely. So it is kind of crazy just how much things can vary from one person to the other. Nothing good yet, Ben. What's my favorite Pokemon game? Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I can already tell that the new ones that are coming out later this year, I forgot which ones they are. Violet and Scarlet, I believe. I think those will end up being the best Pokemon games just because they're going to utilize Legends of Arceus's open world and like a similar style from what I could see from the trailer. It really looks like it's going to be similar to Legends of Arceus, which I think Legends of Arceus is the coolest looking Pokemon game I've seen. Though I've only got to briefly play it because I don't own a Switch. It does seem incredible. I really want to get a Switch so that I can stream it for you guys, because I think streaming a Legends of Arceus series would be amazing. I think it would be so cool. Because that game's got some really awesome things that they did right. The world looks a little bland, but everything else is really cool in that game. This is my own map, HJ. I'm not in a server. I'm grinding in single player for the Great One. Oh yeah, we did get a diamond turkey, that's right. Forgot about that. I forgot we got the diamond turkey. I guess I was thinking in terms of whitetail we haven't found anything good, but you guys are right, we did get the turkey. Hey, Hunter Reynolds, how's it going, dude? Yeah, I think it would be fun, Ryan. I think it would be a lot of fun to play. I'm for sure gonna try and get a Switch before Violet and Scarlet come out, because I want to stream that game, or one of them, whichever one I get, whenever they come out. I am so excited for that. Because I think it'll be the first time that I get to play a Pokemon game the second it comes out. So I definitely want to try and get that before that happens. Yeah, Colson, I will be streaming something later. In fact, we're probably going to wrap up this stream soon. A little bit earlier than what I normally would. Because I actually have a pretty long stream coming up later. We're going to start out by opening up some Pokemon cards, and then we are going to transition into an ARC stream that will most likely be joined by Kill Clinton. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming later. Oh, no worries, Michael. No worries, dude. Life comes over everything else, you know. Or I guess takes precedence over other things. Only thing you ended up missing, David, was a diamond turkey that actually flew over top of us while we were claiming some whitetail. It was quite an interesting experience. Wow, this is the first time they haven't spooked while we're running over here. This is our chance before they run away, since they're attentive now. And just like that, they're all dead. They're all down. Hey, Face, how's it going? Yeah, hopefully, Ty. He said that he was going to, but I guess it's really going to depend on whether or not ARC finishes downloading, and if he's able to download all the mods for the server in time. We shall see. I'm really hoping that he'll get everything downloaded before I start. I don't exactly know when I'm going to start. Probably 7 or 8, I'm going to say. It's going to be a bit of a later stream, unfortunately, but I think that's really the only time we can do it, since we have to wait for Kill Clinton to get everything downloaded. Yeah, it'd be fun, Ty. Do you plan on streaming Elden Ring? Possibly at some point, once I kind of learn how to do things in there. I played it for like an hour and a half, and I really know nothing about it, so I need to get a little bit better at figuring things out. I think Mel said that she would jump on and help me out if I needed it, so maybe I'll have to do that at some point. Nice, Trash Panda, that's awesome, dude. That's pretty good. 2 diamonds within your first 100 kills. Not bad. Nice, Elite. That's still a cool card, regardless. Guys, I'm really hoping that we can pull something crazy tonight like we did in the last stream. For those of you that were not here in the last Pokemon stream, we pulled the most expensive card in the set, I think. It wasn't the most expensive at the time, but recently it's kind of taken over for most expensive card. We ended up pulling the alternate artwork Charizard V from Brilliant Stars, which is by far the craziest pull I've ever had. So I'm hoping tonight we can pull something almost as good. I don't think Darkness Ablaze or Vivid Voltage have anything quite as valuable as the Charizard V alt art, but I know we can get the Rainbow Pikachu, the Rainbow Chonkachu. Well, that would be pretty cool to get. And then, I don't know about Darkness Ablaze. I'm not too familiar with the high-end cards from that set. But I know there's a few decent ones we could possibly pull, so hopefully we'll get lucky. But anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream there, and I know it's a little shorter one than normal, but we want to make sure we have plenty of time to get ready for the ARC stream. So, until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and also I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a pretty crazy one. I never expected to find our first rare black bear. So that was really cool, and I'm hoping that you guys really enjoyed that video. Tomorrow we're going to have a video on a different game that's not called Wild, and now that you guys have waited clear to the end, I'm going to tell you what game that it was. We're going to be playing Hunting Unlimited 2010 tomorrow, and we're going to be hunting elephants and lions and all that type of cool stuff. So I hope you guys are excited to see an elephant hunt on Hunting Unlimited, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!